A very good evening to you. Many thanks for joining us tonight on the broadcast right here on KUTV News. At 9, we are going to inform you on what has been taking place in the country and across our borders. But first, the highlights. Government does not produce, distribute nor retail alcoholic beverages. Interior PS Raymond Omolo hits back at former DP Rigathi Gachagua. Several people feared dead and more than 20 others injured in an accident at Maltauro Black Spot near Duka Moja along the Narok Maimayu Highway. Section of coastal residents are demanding for the reinstatement of CS Salim Mvura to his former Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry. And in our special events feature tonight, we unpack 2024's major strikes, their underlying causes and how they were resolved.
This is KUTV Primetime News with Anyango, Sylvia.
That's right, and our sign language interpreter tonight is Sami Okelo. Remember, this broadcast is also coming to you live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya, and you can engage with us on X at KUTV_Kenya at Anyango Sylvia KE. We begin. The government does not produce, distribute, nor retail alcoholic beverages. These were the words of Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo as he responded to allegations made by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Speaking in Nakuru during a church service, Gachagua claimed that the government was targeting Mount Kenya residents with illicit alcohol. Omolo condemned the remarks as reckless and urged Gachagua to file an official complaint if he has evidence. Emmanuel Kutosi with the details.
Responding to former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's claims that the government was facilitating the entry of illicit brew within the Mount Kenya region, Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo has dismissed the sentiments as politically motivated, selfish and reckless.
Tangu wanitoe kwa kiti, ile pombe yote baya ya kuua watu, Rais aliagiza iletwe hapa kwa mlima. Ndio imalize vijana wetu.
Omolo emphasized that the fight against illicit brew is a national effort and not limited to one region. He pointed out that in March 2024, 29 manufacturers of second-generation alcohol were vetted, with only 2 found compliant. 13 more would be allowed to proceed with their services after they passed a subsequent vetting process.
Na tulikuwa na makampuni karibu 56 zilikuwa zinatengeneza ile pombe ya kuua watu. Hizo mafactory yote nikafunga, tukawacha 2 tukiwa na kamati ambayo nilisimamia. Na baada ya sisi kufunga hizo factories na kukaza machiefs na police, pombe ikapungua.
During a church service in Naivasha, Gachagua alleged that President William Ruto ordered the distribution of illicit brew in the Mount Kenya region to diminish its voter base.
Hiyo PS wa internal security akaambiwa na rais kwenda fungua hizo makampuni. Na makampuni zisipofunguliwa, zikaambiwa sisipeleke hiyo pombe pahali ingine, silete hapa kwa mlima Kenya. Na ndio mimi nikakuwa na shida sana na rais.
Omolo reiterated that the government does not produce, distribute or retail alcoholic beverages, describing Gachagua's allegations as misleading and politically driven.
Ukuje uambie hii watu ya mlima, kwa nini unatumana pombe iko na sumu iue watoto wao, na walikuchagua, walikupenda. Rais, maswali yako ni zaidi ya 100.
He further urged Kenyans to safeguard their families during the festive season and protect their children from abuse. Emmanuel Gutosi, KUTV.
Still on politics, a section of Coast residents have expressed dissatisfaction with the recent mini-cabinet realignment that saw Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports Cabinet Secretary Salim Mvurya resigned from the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry. The residents demand that Salim be reinstated to his former ministry, a move they say will strongly benefit the coastal region. Listen in.
We have seen that by a stroke of a pen, this crucial docket, which largely depends on the Mombasa, Lamu, and Shimoni ports for import and export, has been removed from the coast region and transferred to a new hand in Nakuru, which is largely agricultural area.
The executive action to reshuffle a section of the cabinet as announced on 19th of December 2024 has seemingly not been received in good faith nor welcomed by a section of the coastal residents. This follows the reassignment of Salim Mvurya, a two-term Kwale County governor who previously served as the CS for Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry to the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports. Salim will be replaced by former Nakuru Governor Lee Kinyanjui in the trade docket upon Parliament's approval.
What exactly are the unique skills, knowledge, person that Mvurya possesses in sports, particularly in athletics games, more than Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, whose human environment is in the North Rift and places him at a center of sports.
Salim previously served as the CS for the Ministry of Mining when the Kenya Kwanza administration took office. Residents say their comparative economic and political analysis indicates that the recent reshuffle has negatively impacted the coastal region.
A personality of Salim Mvurya caliber anachezewa, anawekwa blue economy, mara kidogo amewekwa trade, mara kidogo amewekwa sports. We don't need that. Hatutaki hiyo. Walete Mvurya katika hiyo kazi alikuwa akifanya.
On the other hand, Betty Sharon expressed her frustrations with the recent appointments that left women out amidst the fight to end femicide in the country.
Juzi akitoa waziri, akatoa mpaka waziri wa gender. Na hakuchagua waziri wa gender. Saa hizi akichagua waziri wengine tena alikosa kuchagua waziri wa gender. Juzi ametoa 100 million akipeana ati inaenda kuzuia watoto wa kike kuoa. Hajasema inaenda kwa ofisi gani. Hakuna ofisi ya gender.
The residents now demand that Salim be reinstated to his former docket as the CS for Trade, a move they say will strongly benefit the coastal region. Anyango, Sylvia, KUTV. Now on to a sad news tonight. At least 7 people died on Monday in a road accident at Maltauro near Duka Moja on the Narok Maimayu Road. The crash occurred when a lorry descending the Nairage and Kare escarpment lost control and collided with multiple vehicles, including a bus and private cars rather. According to police, Kenya Red Cross confirmed 6 vehicles and a motorcycle were involved. The accident was caused by a tire burst that caused the lorry to veer off course, hitting a stallion car, a bus, and a small matatu, killing 3 passengers instantly. Aside from this, another trailer speeding towards Maimayu collided with a 4-wheel driver car, killing 3 more people. The trailer also struck a motorcyclist, killing 1 of the passengers. Over 20 others were seriously injured, and investigations are ongoing.
Tukakutana na kuna trailer ni kama ili lose control. So this trailer when you lose control ikakoje ikapita kanisa yenye ilikuwa kando yetu ikasonga nayo kabisa. So bahati mbaya zilikuwa 2. Hiyo nyingine ikapita ikaenda ndio ikamaliza watu. Actually imegonga gari kama there more than 3. Na hiyo nyingine ya mwisho ndio ilikuja sasa ikatumalizia gari yetu ya side, but we thank God sisi kwa gari nayo tulipata tu minor injuries.
Kitu kizuri niliona hapa Mungu amefanya. Ametoa magari kwa barabara juu yenye imetoka nyuma. Ile magari ingeosha hii barabara, ile speed ilikuwa nayo ingeosha magari mingi sana. lakini kama Mungu alisaidia ikapata hiyo brado tu peke yake ndio ilikuwa kwa barabara.
Police in Bungoma, in collaboration with officials from the Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Services, KEFIS, have seized over 80 tons of expired fertilizer and maize and beans seeds on sale in Bungoma. According to a report by the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, the team was acting on a tip from concerned residents, and upon taking action, they arrested one Hilary Wafula in Bungoma with 124 bales of expired maize and beans seeds previously condemned from the market and marked for destruction. The raid extended to Kakamega, where the officers arrested 3 other suspects with almost 100 tons of expired fertilizer and seeds. The suspects were taken to Bungoma Police Station along with confiscated goods for processing as investigations continue to establish how these expired goods infiltrated the market. We are taking the very first break on the broadcast tonight. Don't go far, we'll be back with more stories.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mokwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia,
They find it quite strange talking to you.
We should just make schools integrated,
Inclusive setups.
by providing the right facilities.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Anyango, Sylvia.
Welcome back. Remember to keep engaging with us on X at KUTV_Kenya at Anyango Sylvia KE. Now, police working in conjunction with other security agencies have heightened surveillance ahead of Christmas and New Year celebrations in the coast region as local and foreign tourists continue trooping in for the holidays. As Ochieng Cynthia reports, Mombasa County Police Commander Peter Kimani assured citizens coming to the region for the holidays that elaborate measures have been put in place to enhance security during the festive season. Take a look.
With just few days to Christmas, Mombasa County Police Commander Peter Kimani has, in a move to intensify security in the coastal region, heightened surveillance mechanism by employing a multi-agency approach. Kimani further highlighted that intensified mobile and foot patrols along with undercover surveillance measures have been put in place to strengthen security in the region.
We have, to that, increased patrols, intensified both mobile and foot patrols, and even undercover surveillance. We shall be having our police officers patrolling the beaches in undercover.
Boat operators have been cautioned not to venture too far with revelers during high tides, with merrymakers urged to follow evacuation orders when given.
The Coast Guard, the Marine, and even the KWS have offered patrol boats that will ensure that everything going on within the beaches is being monitored and well secured. They should follow the direction given by those caregivers and the security guards. Once they are told to move out of the waters, please let them move out of the waters.
Senior Assistant Director, Coast Conservation Area, Mr. Adan Kala Marine, has encouraged revelers and tourists to protect the marine ecosystem as they enjoy the festive season.
We discourage against any form of pollution. That is not only, of course, the public, but even the investors of the hotels, of the different types of investors along the coastal strip. If they could kindly manage their liquid pollutions and also solid pollution so that it does not get into this marine ecosystem and affect our biodiversity.
Amid the merrymaking in the coastal region, travelers from Mombasa heading up country for Christmas have raised concerns over steep fare hikes, with bus operators charging double the usual rates. However, the fare increase coupled with traffic snarl-up have been linked to the ongoing Mombasa-Nairobi highway construction, leaving passengers frustrated.
Fare huku today is not okay. Iko juu sana. Kwa hivyo watu wengi wana ugumu sana wa kusafiri, magari iko juu, uchumi uko chini zaidi. So mambo ni magumu. Tunaomba serikali tuangalie mambo haya.
The Ministry of Interior has said it will work with faith-based organizations, village elders, Nyumba Kumi groups, and the National Government Administration alongside police officers to curb criminal activities during the oncoming Christmas and New Year festivities. Watching Cynthia, KUTV.
The United Nations says the HIV/AIDS epidemic could be ended by 2030, but patients need to follow their treatment plans to keep the virus in check. Games could help, as Zahi Kasim reports from Johannesburg. Here's more.
Let's play a game where we learn about our health.
This is my body, eh? It's strong. There's no HIV, no infection, no nothing. This is my actions.
Let's play a game where we learn about our health.
This is my body, eh? It's strong. There's no HIV, no infection, no nothing. This is my white blood cell.
The white blood cell walks into the circle and flexes his muscle. But when HIV steps in, he is bound at the hands and cannot fight infections until antiretroviral drugs come to free him.
It looks like a play, but I found it very serious because now I know now what is the difference between a virus and its causes.
This program is run by the Networking HIV and AIDS Community of Southern Africa. Earlier this year, NACOSA staff completed the Bridges of Hope course, where they learned how to use games like this to teach people about the importance of following HIV treatment plans. A study in the Southern African Journal of HIV Medicine showed that these games are better than home visits alone at keeping patients on therapy.
Through participation and playing games, it's easy to remember because it's all fun and everything, while not being formal, and they are there listening and sitting. So this is a different approach which actually works.
Site coordinator and trainer Tsepo Sefome uses games to show participants that, with clear goals and the right support, anyone can cross the bridge to a healthier future.
If this model can be used and sustained throughout the world, I think people will start understanding things better, and they would have a different perspective of certain things like taking treatment, a different perspective in terms of people that are living with HIV.
Peter Lavashia is the creator of the Bridges of Hope games. He says games cater to different learning styles, and it makes it more likely the students will remember what they learn.
Yeah, it's very clear that different people have different preferred learning modalities. Some prefer visual, some auditory, some kinesthetic. So if we combine all three, then we reach everybody.
the United Nations aims to eradicate AIDS by the end of this decade. Organizers say programs like this could help ensure more people stay on life-saving treatment. Siya Kasim, VOA News, Johannesburg, South Africa.
We are taking yet another short break. We'll be back with more.
Hujambo mtazamaji, shukrani za dhati kwa kujumuika nasi kwa mwaka huu kwenye vipindi vyetu kama vile Morning Manna, Bible Bench na Safina Show. Sikukuu hizi za mwaka mpya na sikukuu za Krismasi, tunakutakia mwaka mpya wenye mafanikio, sikukuu zenye baraka na kupanuliwa mipaka. Mungu awe nawe daima. Asante.
Katika maisha yetu ya leo, wakulima na jamii nyingi kwa ujumla wanakumbatia teknolojia mbalimbali na kilimo hai ili kuondoa magonjwa sugu na kuongeza usalama na utoshelevu wa chakula. Mbolea asili imepunguza asidi kwenye udongo na kuongeza mavuno chungu nzima. Wajua tuko shambani, na humu shambani pia kuna ng'ombe, kuna kuku, na wanaacha uchafu wao, na huo uchafu si wa kutupwa, ni wa kutumika katika kilimo kama mbolea, kwa sababu mimea hii imekuwa kutumia mbolea ya hawa wanyama. Wakulima mbalimbali wamekumbatia teknolojia ili kuokoa gharama ya ukulima na kutumia nafasi zilizopo katika mashamba yao.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
The folks are going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi vuguvugu, pepo pani idea.
Sazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, hiyo inaweza kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Anyango, Sylvia.
Welcome back. Now on to our special events feature tonight. Strikes have dominated headlines throughout 2024, highlighting unrest across key sectors of the economy, from hospitals to airports, classrooms to roads. The strikes that crippled and disrupted key services in the country revealed deep systemic challenges and a growing demand for accountability today and in the days to come. Theo Masharian parks the year's major strikes, the underlying causes, and how they were resolved.
The beginning of 2024 saw Kenyan doctors take to the streets for a period of 56 days, paralyzing health services, leaving public hospitals virtually empty, with patients being turned away and many unable to access emergency services. The Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union cited grievances including poor pay, delayed posting of medical interns, staffing shortages, a lack of funding for postgraduate training and payment for postgraduate training fees over 6 years, together with a lack of implementation of previous collective bargaining agreement CBA from 2017. A set of demands that the government severally termed as unreasonable and difficult to implement.
Almost like 11 healthcare workers who have not been paid now. Only three
For 24 months.
For 24 months. For heaven's sake, how do you ignore that? Hata ukwe nani? Ulipe mtoto wa mtu mshahara. Ameenda internship, amemaliza, amekuja hapa, anavaa nguo gani?
I'm telling our friends, the doctors, that we mind about them, we value the service they give to our nation, but we must live within our means.
However, after nearly 2 months of deadlock, the government and the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union signed a return to work formula in May 8th, with doctors cautiously resuming work after government agreed to find the best way to pay doctors better and improve their working conditions, although healthcare funding in the country still sits below international benchmarks. And just a few days ago, the doctors once again threatened to go back to the streets over the same issues. However, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki on December 19th presided over the signing of an agreement between doctors and the Ministry of Health that effectively averted the nationwide strike initially planned for December 22nd, 2024. 2024 also saw Kenyan teachers take to the streets multiple times, demanding for the implementation of delayed promotions and salary disparities, together with the fulfillment of the 2021 CBA, which promised implementation of career progression reforms and the confirmation of about 46,000 junior secondary staff teachers as permanent and pensionable employees.
We want to stand against all those propagandas propagated by TSC that teachers are in class and they are teaching. Actually, teachers are here and they are demonstrating. They will be here today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the next week. If TSC will not agree to compensate and to confirm all the 46,000 junior and senior interns.
The educators' frustrations that stemmed from broken promises by both county and national governments led to the disruption of school activities, with many institutions temporarily closing. As a result, the government engaged in negotiations with the teachers' unions, thereafter assenting to some demands, including a phased approach to implementing promotions, reviewing pay and benefits, and an assurance from TSE that no teacher would face any repercussions for participating in the strike, with KUPET Secretary General Akelo Missouri announcing that the remaining issues will be addressed during the suspension of the strike. In In the same month of September, aviation workers at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport staged a walkout to oppose the proposed leasing of the airport to the Indian conglomerate Adani Group. The Kenya Aviation Workers Union argued that the deal lacked transparency and posed a risk of job losses. The government defended the move as necessary for modernization, but the strike amplified public concerns over the privatization of key infrastructure.
Your Excellency, how can we sell our airports? What is it? How can we take 14 airstrips and give them to an Indian company? Nobody knows the agreement and what has been signed. We have 5,000 employees with the Kenya Airports Authority and nobody knows where these people are going to go. It's not okay. Tell the president we have no issue with him. We only have a problem with his policies.
The strike at JKIA and airports in Mombasa, Kisumu and Eldoret saw large queues formed outside the airports, with thousands of travelers expressing frustration over delayed and cancellation of flights. After intense negotiations between the government, Transport Cabinet Secretary Davis Chirchir, Aviation Workers Union leader Moses Ndiema and KUTV boss Francis Atwoli, the government temporarily halted the privatization plan and pledged to pave way for scrutiny of documents detailing the proposed 30-year JKIA lease deal with Adani Holdings. 2024 additionally saw the public transport sector come to a standstill in major cities, leaving commuters stranded and businesses disrupted. Matatu operators staged a series of strikes, protesting the hike of fuel levy from 18 shillings per litre to 25 shillings per litre in its monthly fuel review of July 14, 2024, despite there having been public participation and the people rejecting the levy, citing majorly the high cost of living. To rescue the paralysis in the public transport sector, the Matatu Owners Association, led by its chairperson Albert Karakacha, negotiated with the government, which announced a review of taxation policies affecting fuel and levies on public transport, together with the introduction of temporary subsidies on fuel prices to ease the burden on operators and consumers. Governance experts state that the series of strikes in 2024 revealed deep systemic challenges and a growing demand for accountability from both levels of government. As we cross over to 2025, the question remains, will the government fulfill its promises or face a repeat of this year's turbulence? Only time will tell. Theo Masharia, KUTV.
We are hoping that 2025 is going to be a better year. And just a quick feedback from Kimari Kariuki. He says, kama hiyo bed ya hosi, we are hoping that things are going to get better in 2025. Tomorrow we are having a special feature on the rise of Gen Zs. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, same time, same place, with yours truly, Anyango Sylvia, and our sign language interpreter, Sami Okelo. Have a good night.